To me, it was like, you didn't work hard enough to be here. I'm like, screw you.
Living for a living, baby. How you doing?
Now it's myself, Billy Bullock, and Steve McNair going through preseason. They bring in other guys. They're not worth anything. They all get cut. Then it comes to the final cut day, and I'm still doing like playing really well preseason. Every time I get put in a game, we're scoring. Most of the time I get put in is third, fourth quarter. We're down by 10. We come back and we win. Like everything has been going well. Well, at the end of final cuts, make the team, and then all of a sudden, like a couple of days later, like, hold on, bring me into the office, and they said, hey, look, we're going to let you go. And they're bringing somebody else in because they felt like they needed more depth because Billy got hurt the year before, and so did Steve. And I'll never forget the time when Mike Heimerdinger was our OC, and he sat me down. He's like, it just seemed like you were happy to be here. And I'm like, ooh. Because as you know me, I've always been the undersized guy. I've always been the guy that's never had the biggest arm. So I had to outwork everybody, whether it was in the weight room, whether it was on the field, whether it was off the field, whether it was a film room, studying, whatever it was. And so to me, it was like, you didn't work hard enough to be here. I'm like, screw you, in a sense. And that hurt me, and it killed me for like 5-6 years. Literally would have dreams and nightmares of Tennessee and all kinds of stuff, and still trying to find within myself, like, what the fuck did he mean by saying that, you know?
Yeah.
And I finally figured it out once I started coaching. What he meant was he wanted me to go after the position, to go after Steve's job. He didn't want me just to be the third string quarterback. So I started looking back at it. I was like, when I started playing in 8th grade, what I try to do? I wanted to be a starting quarterback, so I became a starting quarterback. 9th grade, JV, same thing. Varsity, same thing. So I was always trying to be the starting quarterback. But for some reason, when I got to Tennessee, I wasn't trying to be the starting quarterback. I was trying to make the roster and be the backup, right? And what he was trying to, in his words, what he was wanting me to be was to go after that starting quarterback position, right? Even though I wasn't going to beat out Steve, but he wanted me to approach it and go after it in that sense, right? And that, to me, rang true 1,000%. And the only person I could be mad at it was myself, right? Because of the way I approached it. And so that was one of the things that I used as I went through coaching wise, and just passing along to other kids and other guys, is it's all about your approach. It's all about how you go after things. It's all about what your mindset is when you go after it. Because even if you think, like you're saying, I probably messed up myself because I didn't think I could make it to the NFL. If that's there and you have that doubt, there's no doubt you're not gonna do it, right? 100%. And so same thing with me. If I thought that I was never gonna beat out Steve, then I was never gonna beat out Steve, right? Yeah. Rather than going out there and saying, screw this, I'm just as good as him. I can make all these throws. I can make all these plays. I can do everything he's gonna do. I'm gonna go out there and show it, right? And so your approach in life is everything. That was one of the things that I'm grateful. Now it sucked going through that, but there's a reason why I went through it. I went through it to learn. Now, I didn't learn the next day. I learned freaking 6-7 years down the road. Imagine that painful path of learning it 6-7 years down the road, right? I don't know why. It's like one thing just popped in my brain. And I was like, no shit. And it was like, he's right. I had nothing to say about it, but he was right.
Living for a living, baby. How you doing?